What's up, everybody at home? Welcome to another latest episode of Izinja zeGame, proudly brought to you by MTN FC. As you know, this show wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for MTN FC. Shout out to you, MTN FC, for making it possible for us, and also for you guys that are always supporting us and obviously listening to us on Spotify. This show is all about you guys. This show is going for 2 years now, only because of you guys. If you didn't like it, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Thank you for the support. Keep on supporting us. And you can still find us. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, what? On Apple. No, come on. My boss doesn't even know where. Yeah, you know where to find it. MTNFC.co.za, where you can win yourself a few prizes as well there. Our guest today, started his career from a small village in Limpopo. What is it? Messina, Tonas?
No, Njere.
Jelek. What?
Njere.
Habari.
That's why I said today you will learn to vend.
Okay, Njere. That's what I say. I let him pronounce that. I mean, he started his career. I don't know how he ended up in bushbucks. Started in in the Eastern Cape. I mean, a guy from Limpopo lives Limpopo all the way to bushbucks, and he lives Black Leopards all the way. Came back from bushbucks, came back to Black Leopards. He did it the way around. He went to Sundowns and Moroka Sundowns as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Papi Mungomeni. Luvhengo Papi
It's always nice seeing you, eh?
What's it?
A lot, eh?
You're my boy, Fate. You're my boy. Always soft. Are you always that soft, because you never used to say much.
I'm soft outside.
But in the field,
I'm different.
Something else.
Just like how I approach life.
Still today,
I'm still the same lifestyle, same everything.
So I know you back at home, bro. What's up with these Limpopo guys? Why you guys going back at home once you retire? What's happening?
I think, honestly speaking, home is home. And home is where a lot of things happen.
Yeah.
This side, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. But
that side, money works on other things. So, I mean, in back home, you can get a land, hectares. You can just pay 5,000 and you get it. But imagine, you come to, now, these days it's expensive. They're trying to get it, even expensive. But, our time, that was very cheap.
Frankly, you go to the king and be like, hey, there's a land that I like. That's king.
That's
how, Luvhengo, I know you, my boy. Take it.
No, that's how you do it. That's I mean, your name should work for you.
Yeah.
And if you are from a village like me, and if you didn't make meet good people, then kids are out.
Oh yes. You gotta use it. The connections are important.
Yes. Now we're old. The legacies for the kids.
So how are the kids, bro? I know, you got No, the last time I saw them, they were like babies, right? Where are they in high school now?
Yeah, my firstborn is doing grade 11. So it means that she's old.
You got how many now?
Let's leave that.
Hey, so why you got 20? It's okay, bro. You're 5 kids. That's all good, man. Why you ashamed of?
No. I don't like just talking about deep personal stuff.
No, I'm gonna ask you because I know that you got kids.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with
I have 5 kids.
See, people think that I mean, I know you're a footballer, but I know that you're a father as well. A great husband and a great father as well. And people gotta know that. You know what I mean?
No.
They're just thinking that all football players are like playboys.
No. You're not reading any.
What's that? Oh, yeah. You're wearing a Playboy t-shirt. Oh, no, not that. Is that the Playboy mentioned one?
I thought you were reading here.
No, I didn't even see that t-shirt. I didn't see it.
No, that's fine.
So, what's going on? The last time I checked, you were, I know you're involved in some academy. You were teaching some youngsters some football. I don't know. Was that your club? Or was that something that you went into with somebody else?
Yeah, when I obviously when I get back home, I checked which things will help the kids.
Yeah.
And then I identified that our kids aside training, proper training, proper basics. And then I started an academy, obviously not an in-house academy, but a training academy that will train kids on weekends. because I didn't want to disturb kids in their studies and stuff. So I will have time with them every Saturday, only Saturdays. Sundays back home, we do your schoolwork, and then we do it on weekends. I acquired Hollywood status.
Who is it? It's a fourth division.
Yeah, after ABC.
Oh yeah,
it's Hollywood.
Okay.
So I acquired the status. So my team was playing kids, obviously 16, 17 years. And I think they got relegated, but I was proud of that achievement because now because when you are training young kids, they are playing a Josta type of player who is experienced. It will be different, but you then show them that each and everything in life is possible.
Yeah.
Because when I got into that level, I was old. I was not 14, 15, but they get an opportunity to be exposed to that level. And if I check now, all those boys who played for my Hollywood team, some are playing ABC.
Oh, already, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How many?
And there are 6, I think 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then some are still in Hollywood League, but next year they will be going up, meaning that what we're trying to do helps the community.
And they always say like at that age is not about winning.
Yeah. No. I didn't want to win.
The life lesson.
What is the, even if you are number one in Hollywood, how much do you get?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. The money you spend, it's a lot than the money you will get.
So you used to pay for their transport,
my kids never paid transport. I made sure that I hustle hard to get them to the field. And they were never in a bag of the buggy.
Yeah, we see that a lot.
Yes.
They're paying, and some of them, they scam these kids. This, like now, when we grew up, we never paid for anything to play football.
Yes.
Now we see now, like there's a lot of...
But that's like, you will pay. But I'm saying, to get kids behind the back of the buggy is dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to be associated with those issues.
Yeah.
I will get them a taxi to take them to games. And then they finish the season. They were relegated, and then I had to get back to Venda Football Club as an assistant coach.
So, is it still running that thing, Donas?
I did put it on hold this year because of what I was doing. Obviously, I was in Venda Football Club.
Yeah.
And I think they are also trying to open an academy, which is hopefully by next year, they will have an academy, which will also help the community. So if that kind of academy, which is a professional setup, is open, then it makes me relax and focus on what I'm doing.
Let's talk about the transition, Don. I mean, you retired at 33. You're still young. 30. I mean, you still got so much to give, bro. Like, why decide to leave the career so early? Like, what's up? What happened?
I think most of the people don't understand why I took that decision.
Yeah.
But that decision came from when I was a child. And what I wanted to be in life, and what obviously I wanted. Firstly, my dream was to play for one of the big teams. Secondly, was to represent the country. Lastly, was to retire early. Because if you check, most of us former soccer players or soccer players who retire very late, footballer, you doma in such a way that you think you are still fine. There's the lifestyle, and you don't want to leave football and say football owes you anything. Clubs owes us money, but you don't want to live with that.
Yeah.
And people don't know.
Yeah.
But the reason was I wanted to live my life the way I want. Not because of my name. For Sundowns and all that.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem buying a ticket and go watch football.
You still do that now?
Yeah. I don't call anybody for tickets unless if I feel like Josta can get me tickets. I'm not that person who chase people. I don't like that. But I have designed my life like that from a young age. And even when I was 30, when they told me that you are old now, I knew they're trying to say we can't afford you.
Yeah.
And if they can't afford you, then what? So my life can't stop.
Yeah.
I need to focus on other things.
So it didn't break you when they told you that?
It has never, I was never, football has never,
too old,
I saw the renex in my life. That's why when I come back, I'm able to go out of it and focus on other things. Now, when I left football, I went into mining. That even get me to London. I mean, that shows you that this person can still live his life the way he wants. And the only problem is, we like bragging about who we are. When things are no longer there, you'll close yourself in a room and not face the world. So I didn't want that to happen to me.
You've never been a flashy person. Like, you've never been somebody to show off your house and the cars and all this type of things. You think, like, as football players, most of us, like, that's where we go wrong. Like, just showing off a lot. Like, this and that.
I don't have a problem if someone says I don't have money, because that person doesn't have my account number and he doesn't even know which card I'm using. But if you are living your life nicely, you don't have a problem when someone says Hana Chelete. What is money?
It doesn't even hate you, Don. I mean, as a human being,
as long as you don't come close to me and see my business, I don't have a problem. That's why even people don't even know what I do. But believe you me, in my life I make more money than soccer.
So, and somebody told me that, and like, there's a lot of people that be like, no, I made money in soccer, but I should be making more now.
I left a professional team. They didn't tell me anything. I just spoke to the head coach. Coach, thank you. You worked nicely with me. I'm leaving. I didn't even talk to anybody because I felt I was mistreated. I felt it was not a good thing. You are in an environment where nobody talks to you about anything. You don't even have a contract, but you take your life and say, let me assist these people. I have never burnt bridges in my life. But at this stage, I can burn bridges because I know what I'm doing.
Let's talk about where it started. Like, Rapali.
I said today,
it's R-A-P-A-L-I. Why are you saying Rabali? There's not a P though.
There's Rabali. R-A-G. Rabali,
How was it great? How was it great good Rabali?
Rabali.
How was it, bro? Like, as a young, like,
No, it was nice. I was most welcomed in that village. Because I was always on the soccer ground. I remember there was time I went to Cape Town, the USASA tournaments.
USASA, that's the, what do you call this? What is it? We're still in high school. So there's a provincial thing.
So
provincial tournament. Of the school provincial tournament.
So I went to that tournament. That time, your parents couldn't even afford 100 rand to give you on the road. I remember my primary school teachers had to collect money to give me, and that was nice.
Nice, brother.
That was nice.
But who did you look up to as a youngster that was just Kokasi, and like, the players that you looked up to that were playing in the Premier League?
Back home, the person who motivated me was my dad. My dad, I watched him play even when I was young.
Professionally?
No. He played semi-professional, yes, because he was one of the best in the area. Everyone knew him. Unfortunately, passed away this year. But he was great. He motivated me a lot. His young brother played soccer to Vodacom level. Which was okay. I have a brother who played professional for Dynamos, but from my mom's sister. Pamli played for Dynamos. So for me, soccer is not something that I get with it in. I was born there. I died there. Even now, if you go to my home, you will still find soccer kits in the yard.
Seriously? I mean, come on.
It's soccer nets. Bana batla bani kupa ko haye. You can have soccer nets for the match. They give them. And I ask them, give them everything they need. because that's who we are.
Is it still like that in the Caucasus? I remember growing up, it used to be like that. You could go to your neighbor and ask for milk and sugar and whatever. So in Limpopo, like, that's a lifestyle that your neighbor can still come and ask for stuff.
Yes, I mean, it's who you think you can ask.
Yeah.
Because Baba Amwe wakupa, and then they laugh at you, then the confidence goes down. But in villages, it's always like that.
Like that.
They will go and ask for salt and all those kind of things. But things have changed. I decided because you are building all these big walls so that people can't even come close to you.
Donna, like, did you always know, or like, you were better than most of your peers that you grew up with this game?
I have never told myself that I'm better. That's why I survived.
But I mean, come on, you gotta have that confidence, bro.
I have never.
As a sports individual, you doing better, you gotta understand that I'm better than Luvhengo.
I have never.
So what kept you going? What kept you going there?
Not telling yourself that you are better than other people kept me going.
So most of the time you went there as an underdog, but you knew that you were better.
I came to Sundowns as an underdog.
Yeah, you never said much. You just sat in the back.
Quiet, but
every time at the back, you just kept quiet. But when you walked in, you were like,
I give my best. That's what saved me. And that's what saved my life now.
Just keeping quiet and just observing from a distance.
Observe. Even now, I do the same.
How does a man from Limpopo, from Kasikori, Rapari? I mean, you've got the Black Leopards, you've got Dynamos. How do you end up go pushbacks? This is in the Eastern Cape, bro. What's the distance there? That's like what? How many hours, bro? How did you end up there?
I think what helped me was the national team. Because at that time I was being called to go under 20 a lot.
How did they even?
No, I think there was this word of mouth thing that there's a very good player in Limpopo, Venda, playing a Vodacom League, is very young.
Yeah.
I think that's how they checked me out. But the first person to call me into the national team was the coach, Styles Pumome, soul rest in peace. That was the first coach to call me to the national team. And they called me personally and speak Sesotho with me. Then he asked me, do you understand Sesotho? I said, hey, I don't. It may be English, I can understand. I was sitting on top of the stone in the ground, waiting for training session. Then after he mentioned that you are selected, you have to represent the country.
You like how old then? 19, 20, like 18?
I was 18, I think. Or even 17.
You never represented a national team ever.
Yeah. And I've never been anywhere in Joburg.
Yeah, outside of your village.
So it was shocking. You know what happened? After hearing that, we're traveling to Venezuela.
This guy.
I quickly ran home, get my geography book. Where is this place?
Yeah.
And I see Venezuela is so far, man. It's in America somewhere down there in the south.
Okay.
What's happening? Wow, me. And then I think they got to get hold with my club. They send the fax. That time they were sending fax and all that. Then in the evening after training, this other secretary for the club comes home and so we got a fax from Safa.
Yeah, lazy to
he has to go to camp.
Yeah.
I remember my grandfather was still alive. He had a Pajero. This Pajero was so beautiful, nice. He drove me to the hotel in Leopards.
Yeah, anybody, like all the national team used to camp in Melbourne.
Yeah.
You drove like 6 hours. First time you're leaving Limpopo, you're going to Joburg. What's in your mind?
First time. I'm like, and remember, they are telling you that you'll be on a flight.
Yeah.
About 2 sets of a flight here, you go Tata and all those kind of things. So I took that with Oresh, flight thing, I'm so go on the flight in my life. I'm wearing a Cavella, a tracksuit, this keeper. You know, I also fit got those levels. I'm wearing that. I'm going to camp meeting with Junior Canyon or I won't Dladla Chabangu and stuff. I don't even have a professional soccer team at that time.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You sit in the corner and you're so skinny.
You're skinny, you're skinny. Dark. You're from
at that time, how can you look at?
Yeah, you only speak Venda.
they look at you and say, hey, but this one.
How's Junior? Let's talk about you. I was meeting Junior I mean,
it was tough.
No way.
That time, it was tough, honestly.
Tell me about it, bro. Like, I was...
Meeting Bo Junior, Bo his boy, Bo Lerato, and all those kind of things.
Lerato Chabangu was there as well.
I think first camp he was not
there.
But Bo Junior, Chiefs players, Ganda Chabalalas, they were there. First dinner, we were eating dinner, they started making comments. I acted like I don't understand Zulu and all these other languages.
Yeah.
Just get quiet because I'm trying to check who I can associate myself with that time. Then I hear Junior saying, "We are happy."
Like, who are you sitting with at that point?
I think, I don't know if it's the late Cyril Zuma.
Jeez, I don't even remember those players, man.
I remember them. I think it's Cyril Zuma.
Yeah.
I found guys who I can associate myself with because already I'm on the national team staff now. I'm like them. Every evening I get my daily allowance. Now I'm looking at the daily allowance. I'm like, so my life is changing. 18, yeah. I'm at school. Then we travel. I think after getting into a flight, God said to me, "This will change your life." That's how it changed.
Let's talk about the first training session. Like you get there, I mean, you boyfriend.
Yeah, the training session, the first session will be crappy, obviously. But the good thing about it, the coaches could see the talent and everything. I could pass the ball, the technique, the tackling, marking.
So you were still ruthless.
Yes, I was good with that. Yeah, the heart was very strong. That's why I never cried. I just said, I'm in a jungle. I must come out alive.
Flight to Venezuela. Who did you guys play against?
We played Venezuela, I think twice.
How was that experience? Just the flight. First time
my flight, then Recoa France, Charles de Gaulle, relaxanyana, waiting for the second flight. I started smiling. Na pela next Zaka. The daily allowance. Remember, you have a week of training here in Joburg.
Yeah.
But every day you go to the manager's room to collect your money.
You're not touching your money.
I'm not doing anything because I don't know what I can do with that money. I just put it in my bag, pray that it doesn't get stolen.
Who are you sharing the room with?
I don't remember.
Yeah. It's crazy, bro.
It was just crazy. Oh, there was a guy called Kaikai Mhlungu, but I think Kaikai, I stayed with him when we're doing Wonke. But the most of the person that I shared room with is Lerato
Chabangu.
Yeah.
So you guys, like, when you came to Sundowns, you knew Chabangu from way back.
Yes, I already knew. That's why we get along.
Now, how do you now end up pushbacks? Who sees you? Like, who realizes that, okay, we want to sign this guy? Now you have like one of the toughest teams to play against, and every team hated going to Umtata.
Yeah, I think Coach Steve Kompela helped me a lot because after him seeing me, he started developing love. He was the one who was trying to learn Chivenda, talking to me all the time. I remember we were flying back from Indonesia.
Yeah.
When I landed, they said, "No, you must get into a flight to Eastern Cape. Remember, you haven't told your family anything."
You left when you went to Venezuela?
Yes, Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Yeah, that's a second trip.
Yeah.
Indonesia, bush parks. My bags that side. Now I already signed a contract. So that was my first professional contract, but it was through the help of Coach Steve Kompela, obviously.
Baba, somebody just gives you a contract, you sign.
Yes.
Right?
I did.
You don't even understand it. You signed the contract.
I did.
How much was that? How much was this first salary that you got?
6.8.
And then that was like with the Vodacom league that you were playing at, you were getting what?
I was not getting paid.
So this is like your first biggest salary that you ever signed.
There was a small Vodacom team that paid me 1.2. when I was still at school back home.
So they just
But
gave
that
them
team
no
lasted-
contract.
It lasted for a year.
Yeah.
And then the following season, they were gone. They sold their status. And then I went back home in the Vodacom team back home. But they didn't pay anybody. Vodacom League, that side was so easy in such a way that you don't even cry for money. You just want it.
You want to play, like most of the players just played
You just
for the
want
love
to
of the
play.
game. It was
Just
not
to
about the
wear
money.
that shirt and play and hear the sound of girls screaming outside. So they feel that's how I got my first girlfriend.
So where did you sign the contract? When you were in what is it? You said what?
When I landed here in Joburg,
the contract was there in front of you.
I signed.
Go airport.
Yeah, I signed here in travel.
Jesus. What? How many years was this? How many years did you sign?
It was one and obviously an option.
And then tell me about the experience going to Umtata. I mean, just landing.
Yeah, you land.
I remember the airport, eh?
Yeah, you land there. You get there. You go to a B&B guest house.
Yeah.
You stay there. I'm with James Chabangu. You know James Chabangu from Zambia.
Yeah.
That's how it started. I started being his roommate, even at guest house. We moved to the flat together. We stayed together. I started eating the food he was cooking.
Yeah.
He started eating the food I was cooking. But the experience was very good. There was one of our guys back home, like Moroka.
Okay.
He was there. He coached it here.
Okay.
He was there. He was a player there.
Who else was there? Like the Silver Fox was still there.
Ninja Mfukeng were there.
Ninja!
Ricardo
yes.
was there. I played with all those guys.
So did you sign up with the under-20s or you already with the senior team?
I was with the senior team. I went straight to the senior team.
And you what, did you hit the ground running when you
I started working. And then I had to go back and write my grade 12. Back in Venda. Because I didn't want to then change schools because I was going to be confused and quit school. Then I said, no, I must go back and write.
So, but I don't get this. So you were not going to school at all?
No, I was just reading my books.
Dude, like, did you understand how difficult that is?
It was.
So you, like, matriculated just like that?
Yes.
Are you listening to what this guy is saying? You literally, like, it did, like, homeschooling.
I did. And I when I was writing my exam, I got a call up. I had to travel with the national team. I left writing the exam.
Is that under 23 now?
Yes.
And I'm at Tuhluk.
Yes, I had to go. Because I couldn't resist the, the experience and obviously the opportunity.
So you stayed at Bush Parks for how long?
It was a year. Because they got relegated.
How many games did you play?
I think I played one or two. No.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because I remember there was time I got injured. Then I set out for quite a long time. Then I didn't play a lot of games there.
So then why, how do then Black Leopards, then come for, I mean, you're injured. How did they?
Black Leopards didn't come to me. No, I already recovered that time.
Yeah.
Black Leopard, didn't, come to me and say you played for Bushbucks and all those kind of things. It was also through connection from my uncle.
Oh yeah.
Who then said to the late coach, Bibi Mutombo, may his soul rest in peace. I have a son here who's from playing for Bushbucks. Can you look at him for 2 days?
Yeah.
That old man agreed. And that's how they saw me. The first match that I played for Black Leopards, we were playing you guys in Sishu. If you remember, a friendly game. That's how I got signed up.
Yeah.
How do you remember? I was marking Elias Mwepe. He was the best.
Left back, just going up and down there.
That time he was the best.
Are you marking him? Because I mean, who's playing as a right?
I was the right back.
Yeah, who's playing as a right?
No, but that time Elias Mwepe was.
Yeah, I was just going like
so I had to mark the winger and the left back, both of them. Then and I was skinny like this.
Yeah, I remember.
And that old man after the match at the change room, he cried. He said, this guy, he must sign now. I was signed by Kenneth Makanya, the GM of Sundowns, if he's still the GM.
Yeah, he's still there. Yeah. No, he's gone. He's back. No, he's back again.
He's in the foundation.
Yes, he's back again. He left and
my first contract at Black Leopards, I was sitting with Kenneth Makanya like this.
Then I mean, this is now you signed with Black Leopards. Yes. How is David Thidiela?
Yes.
You know he doesn't take that.
You
signed how long already with them? How many
I
did you sign with
3 years.
So they poached you out of that contract? You got out of it.
I left Bushbucks.
Yeah.
I got my clearance.
Okay.
Then I signed with Black Leopards. They give me 3 years.
Yeah.
I agreed.
Yeah.
Because I was young and I wanted to play.
Okay.
I said it's fine.
What's the salary?
It was 12 point something.
That's the 50% increase. Okay,
yes.
Fine. You're growing there.
Yeah, I'm growing.
Salary, yeah.
I didn't even have a problem.
And when you play against us, you do well.
Yes.
Sundowns now wants you. You already like.
It means that they checked me out for 2 years because they came. Who said 1 year? 1 year, 6 months, or I think 6 months, because we had a lot of fight with David Thidiela, because now he knows that Sundowns wants to buy me. I don't know. He wants me to renew the contract. I'm refusing because I already had someone saying Sundowns want you. And if I sign the longer term contract, then I mess up everything, and I'm stuck there. I'm stuck there for what if they don't even they're saying we can't pay that amount for this guy?
Yeah,
it means that opportunity is gone, and me going to Sundowns changed my life.
And like, listen to this. I mean, he knows that you probably know that Sundowns wants you. That's why you don't want to sign a contract. And I've seen.
He didn't know that, I know. But because Mike McCarthy, the agents, were in Prosport,
yeah,
they already ran to Ven to get me to sign the contract with them.
It's with to manage
me. So then I asked myself, why did this guy drive from Johannesburg and
drove?
No.
Is that
there's people?
Yeah,
they drove. I never met McCarthy.
But let me ask you this. Normally, the owner would like sideline you. You know, that's what happens. You don't want to sign or you think you're smart. Now you gotta go train with the youngest.
At that time, it's January. Team we were training. Coach Bobby wants me at training. I'm stopped at training because they are negotiating the contract.
Yes.
And they don't want to take me. They're injured.
Yeah.
Bobby doesn't know that I'm leaving. He has to call me in the evening. Why are you not at training? I said, Coach, you don't know. You told me I must not come to training. Call the chairman. That's what I said. I remember sitting with the chairman for the whole day. He was kicking the table like this.
David Thidiela.
Sign.
Tell me about that guy, brother.
From the office to Spare. We moved from the office. We went to Spare. He was still pushing for me to say, I said, let the season finish. But remember at that time, you just don't want to get involved in a lot of things. You just want to play.
Did you keep on playing for the team? That's what I wanted to find out.
After it didn't take 3 days for me to travel to Joburg because the deal was almost done between the two clubs. And I signed that contract. It means that it's either Black Leopards were going to get more money.
More money, yeah.
And then...
so
they were pushing to get more money. But they were not direct with me.
Yeah.
To say, sign, we want to sell you and make money.
Yeah.
Which is today that thing still brings that what do we call it, where someone just says for life, I don't want this person because he has done this.
So still you don't you don't see eye to eye with him?
No, we can laugh, we can talk, but working together, I have made that peace with that. Honestly, I have tried my best to get to work with Black Leopards, but I know why we will never work together.
Yeah.
I worked for Venezuela Football Club twice.
Yeah.
I worked with them twice.
Yeah.
There's Black Leopards that I played for.
Yes.
I have been into the assistant coaching job and stuff. And obviously you have to ask yourself,
why does it? We see that a lot, right? We see that a lot. Like we see the Kaizer Chiefs player.
Yes.
That played for, okay, I'll make an example. You got like, Thabo Moki doesn't like football that much, you know, Thabo just likes his fun and money.
Yes.
A guy that played for like 15 years for Kaizer Chiefs and whatever, he's not involved in Kaizer
Yes.
Chiefs. A guy that was involved with Sundowns for so long, nowhere to be seen at Sundowns. What is it about that, huh?
Football has a lot of politics, but you see sometimes it's always good to say this later in your life. I know I'm still young in this thing, but I feel like I'm at that state where I don't mind saying it because it doesn't bring me bread and food in the table.
Let's talk about the move now. You moved to Sundowns. And I wanted the comparison of like, you represented like, Bushbucks, Leopards. Now you big move to Sundowns. Big money now. Big players that are alongside you. You played alongside, I'll tell you now, the captain,
Mike
Manzini. Let's start with like, the difference between the three teams.
For me, joining Sundowns, I think was the best thing in my life. Because from if you check from 12,000 to what I got at Sundowns, I won't say. It was big for me. And it changed my life to be a better man I am today, because that shaped my life.
Yeah.
And I think when I got to Sundowns, it was tough. There were still players doing very good, and even playing for Bafana. If you check in my positions, Unalivo Vuyomere, they're doing very well at that time. You are competing with OJ Marizel, Mike Manzi, the late Oscar Ndwachaeme, his soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
Benson Mutongo, like on
that backline was just crazy. Yeah.
Then when I get there, I didn't choose a position. I trained, because when you are signed, they know which position they're signing you. Obviously, under Gordon knew. I remember when Gordon was still at Sundowns, he knew me, and he wanted to use me. Hence, I also played some games under him at Sundowns. Go Fuyo, they will.
One person that will play like 20 seasons without getting injured.
So for you to be in that situation was not easy. You have to fight. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
I fought. Then they signed Padak. And I'm like, God, what is this now?
That's after I left, right?
Yes. I'm like, what is this now? Now I'm starting to play. They bring another big play. Playing for Bafana. And then me. But that pushed me to be a better player. And then I was very lucky when who came, this coach from France, I think he passed on me, so his soul rested, Henry Michel.
Henry Michel, yeah.
He came, I remember one time, he took me to camp. And then when I was in Southern Sun in Pretoria, they called me at night. They said, we made a mistake, we took so many defenders. They had to bring Izinja to camp. And I had to go and train in the morning.
No.
That was painful for me.
No way.
That was painful. And I confronted that man the following training session. I said, Coach, I didn't like what you did to me. Are you telling me you don't know your players? That's where I think under him, they had to try to push me out of Sundowns.
I saw the skinny boy coming in, and Luvhengo was there, but I didn't know the experience that you had already. I had represented the national team. I only did it at the highest level, Bafana, but you came from under 20, under 23, and all those type of things. You got the experience, so you can't say you're not experienced.
No, and for Sundowns to give me a second contract, they could see that I'm not a bad player, obviously. And the second contract, I told the pro sport guys, you know what? You guys have promised me this. You didn't deliver. Let's end our journey here.
You not playing now, you blaming them.
Yes.
Or you blaming them? Don't you think you should
have? I didn't blame them. I said to them what they offered me when I signed the contract. What they said they will do, they didn't do.
Which is?
I found myself a sponsor under Amma.
Okay.
I think under through Brian Baloy.
Yeah.
That also helped me.
Okay.
And then they didn't even get me
sponsor.
Like, honestly.
The only thing that they came with is a contract, Sundowns contract. That's it.
Like, after that, there was nothing.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yes.
You were a regular player where you come from, at Black Leopards.
Yes.
You leave Black Leopards to be a bench warmer.
Yes. I left Black Leopards to Sundowns, not because I was going to be a bench warmer.
Yes.
I looked at who is playing at that moment at Sundowns. I checked its Luvhengo. Obviously, you grow by competing.
Yes.
If you don't compete,
I
went there with that he will sit on the bench, I will play. Yeah. I did that, he was a great teammate.
Yes.
They were not angry, those guys, when one is playing. Yeah. They will always push you and Liluna.
Yeah.
You always say, Ntwana pasamo, Kishape cross, I will give that cross or that ball to you, Kishape cross, and then that makes me a better player.
But you don't play that much the first season. Why sign the second season? Why sign a new contract with Sundowns? That's where I'm coming from. Like,
towards the end, I was starting to play, if you remember. Because there was time I played Kimagana they were hot that time. Yeah. And then
you were playing more as a center, right?
Yes.
Center, right?
Right,
you were playing more because the right back. No, you were playing as a center back. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so when you started playing, that's when you're like, okay, let me just sign.
Yes, I
get you.
And I negotiated my contract. It's not like they offered me and say, we're giving you this, and I say yes.
How was that, like, that team, bro? Like, just being
Sundowns.
Around Sundowns and the players and just the aura. That generation, we all know what Sundowns is doing right now.
What happened to me at Sundowns was obviously to shape my life. Because if you don't get to be with the best, you will be always in the same position. But if you're with the best, you will learn a lot of things every day. You will learn you see where you are. Then you start knowing, in a big house like this, where now you are still in a Sundowns townhouse. And you need to shape your life. And my first house I bought when I was at Sundowns, meaning that Sundowns did well in my life. And whatever they did to me, and the president, Motsepe, that man used to like me. You remember there was time Bafa, the monthly awards, and then he just look at me and say, give him for most improved.
Yeah, because this is what happened. We spoke about it. Every player comes here talks about it. So there was a player of the month award, and then what? Most improved. This, and then Mr. Motsepe, just to give out the money, he was like,
he just looked at me.
No, let's just give Josta also, just because he was part of the team.
But that time I was playing. He just looked at me and saying, give him most improved of player of the month. That was around, I think it was 19.
Was it 19?
12 or something.
So the man of the player of the month was getting what?
I think we might play or something, if I'm not mistaken.
To spoil us, brother. It's crazy.
There was time my bonus was 105,000 or 120 in 1 month.
And that if you used to get that thing after the game in the evening, before midnight.
Monday I fit you without getting that money.
Did you use that money? Let me ask you, when you used to get that money, what did you used to do with it, bro?
I saved my money. I saved my money.
Yeah.
That's why when it comes to someone who have done something for his kids in a short space of time, I become proud, because I know my kids will have those benefits of when the dad was playing soccer, and that's their money, not my money, and I'm not even chowing it. It's waiting for my kids.
So you still have those savings till today? Like most of us, we dipped in those savings. They all gone. You still have those savings?
My savings were not for how can I let I must live for a child.
Yeah.
Even when I save them, they can't even allow me to say, touch that man.
Yeah, it's for them when they get to 21. Yes. That's great, bro. We talk about this financial literacy, right? Literacy, of I know they don't teach us how to spend the money and all this.
Yeah, but actually, Rona, we are stubborn. There are a lot of financial people who comes into our place of work to talk about those.
No, they will never. They will never. We gotta be honest. Let's be honest too.
No, but in my time,
yeah.
I remember there was one who came when I was at Swallows and people were sleeping. People were sleeping.
Yeah.
In a room. You are sleeping and the financial advisor is advising you how to save money. But you are sleeping because you are not interested on saving the money. That's how stubborn soccer players are. We are stubborn.
You wanna buy the most expensive shoe.
We are stubborn.
You wanna put the most expensive bottle.
Yes, and if the soccer players now don't look at our time and start saying, "Hey, Mara, it's not a lot of them who are doing very well," then you need to be scared of this career.
I could just tell them, bro, how it is. Like just once you get the last paycheck, what happens to your mind and what happens? Just
the moment they tell you that they can't afford you, you need to just think about life. And there are 3 teams that told me the budget. That's when I started realizing,
from a 200,000. Yeah, now about 50,000, 20,000.
Please.
You couldn't take that. You were like,
I didn't even take 20,000 in when I retired. There's a team that offered me 20,000. When I was in mining, working at a mining company. They offered me 20,000, but I'm saying, but I'm getting more than this. Why will I go and run and feel pain in my body for 20,000?
Yes, you don't understand it, right? Yeah. And obviously the team loses, you get blamed as a senior team.
The only problem is football. If you're not smart enough, till you lose that opportunity. Then you'll start saying people don't like you because you're expecting handovers.
Like the goal that you scored against Pirates to Atteridgeville.
Yeah.
Take me through it. I mean, like you went through so much and like suddenly things are starting to open up for you.
Yeah, I think that also gave some respect from teams about the kind of player I was. And if you check that goal, we trained during the week.
Yeah.
I think Bobo Risto Stoichkov worked on the set pieces and stuff. So it's either me at the back, Sianda coming to finish, or Sianda at the back, me finishing. And after that, me and Sianda will score goals like crazy.
So it's something that you guys will practice most of the time, free kicks and whatever. But that's unlike Stoichkov. I mean, Stoichkov is not, I mean, he's a ball player. I would understand if it was Igasent, it was, who's this guy that coach, Gavin Hunt.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that coach Chiefs, the Scottish guy? Baxter, yeah.
I mean, but with them, yes, that's how they did. They worked very hard with me and Sianda. And remember, Sianda is very young at that time.
Yeah.
He's looking at up to me as a senior player. So on the air, I was very good. I didn't care whether it's Lungisani. I will try and jump or Mamen Young.
Yeah.
But I will tell them first, I will kick you.
Yeah, but for a small guy, brother,
yes.
what you kicking
No, but the strategy was putting the knee like this here.
People don't know that.
They don't. Those are techniques.
Yes. You see the defenders now, the center backs now are too soft. Yeah. No, sorry guys. Like I see them like now. They're the ones that are getting kicked, bro. Like you guys.
I've never seen a defender in our time. A defender crying, being kicked.
Yeah.
You kick me, I tell you, I will kick you again. I remember I had a fight with Benni McCarthy at Dobsonville. I had tackled Tugelo Rand very hard. Then Benny was so angry. He said, I will break your thin legs. I said to him, come, it's fine.
Come on!
No, but you could see the tackle that I gave the boy. I gave him a tackle that to come back to me was not going to be an easy thing.
Benny, he's up, eh? This is Luvhengo telling you, like, you don't mess up with the vendor boy. We're gonna get Benny here one time. I'm gonna ask him about that.
He told me, he said, I'm gonna break those things so close. I said, come. I'm waiting.
You used to do that, Baba. Like, I never used to hear you. Like, when did you ever talk like that, bro?
I'm a captain at that time.
Yeah.
I'm already a senior player. I will not allow anyone to just,
Donna, why decide to leave Sundowns? Now you're starting to play. Why now? Obviously, like, it was not your choice. Who did you swap with at Swallows?
Ramahle.
He ended up being like, one of the top players in South Africa. So that move kind of like changed history. But what did it do to you?
It was best moves for both of us.
Yeah.
Because for me, I was looking at playing, not being on the bench. That time, I think it was still Henry Michel.
Yes.
And Boy and Gorwanda.
And that's when you were obviously like you told them when to get off.
I said, I know, I must go. Then lucky enough, when they wanted Rama, I think Gordon wanted me. Then they had to make the swap. Then I said, let's talk about money. And Swallows gave me money. I said,
Did you get more money at Swallows than at Sundowns?
Yes, I did. I just told you that my signing on fee from Moroka Swallows paid my car.
And people think like, like small teams don't pay. We know like the bonus with Sundowns is crazy.
It's how you negotiate your contract. Remember that time I don't have an agent.
Yeah.
I ask what I want.
You're more matured now.
Yes.
You've learned by your mistakes.
Yes.
Now you know how to negotiate better. That's why you could say, okay, Sham, my signing on fee, I need a car. My signing on fee,
and after that, Swallows started having problems with the money. You know that.
After you got that car, Don. After you got that salary.
Yeah, after that, it was a problem. Remember, we won MTN 8.
Yeah, it was crazy.
They gave us money, but that was a different money. But the 400,000, I remember it's 432,000. I said, pay my car. They paid my car. Leon Prince paid my car. And I respect that man.
But you still got your salary, or sometimes you used
to
struggle?
There's no team that I struggled with salary in my career. No team. Even when Swallows was getting relegated and all that, I have never missed any payment on my salary besides signing on fees. Hence I told you, Moroka Swallows owed me money.
Yeah, you told me they owe you. They owe me too, bro. They owe you millions. I mean, you guys were traveling all over the world. You went to Germany as well.
No, to China.
China, and then like it was just crazy. I mean, you guys just won like MTN 8.
Yes, but with the MTN 8, they were very fair. They gave everyone what he deserved.
The 50% went to the players.
They gave everyone what he deserved. I don't know other players, but I got what I deserve, and everyone got what he deserved.
What do you think went wrong to that team, Donna? Like, I mean, you guys. I remember the players that you guys had. Like, you had so-called rejects.
No, but the problem is when things are no longer going the way you think they can, it becomes a problem. Obviously, it's money issues. If there's no money issues, Swallows will be still okay. But because of the money issues, everything started. Remember, you can't wake up and go to training hungry. Yeah. You can't wake up to go to training when you are not being paid. Yeah. Psychologically, you are damaged because now you are thinking, fuck, I will miss an installment. It's not all the players who can pay 3 months with their salary, 1 month salary.
Tell me about Chabangu. I know like you already played with him at under 23. He won the MTN 8 that season when you guys won the MTN 8. He won the last man standing.
Me and him lived like brothers. I never judged. He never judged me. That's why everywhere you'll never hear me talk bad about.
Was it good you maybe? I don't know.
Brother. Yeah. And I still maintain that he was a good brother to me. He was at camp with me every day. We camp at the Beechwood. In the morning, we will sometimes drive to his house just to check if the house is okay.
Did you say how many houses did he have?
I know a couple of houses that
people think he didn't have anything.
No. If people didn't know that Lerato invested then there's people who don't know Lerato. So some of us who knows everything, we know. I know most of the things. I know his family. I don't put navigation to go to his house. I go and see the family and move. And even today, even when he was at rehab, I was with him. The Bafana versus Lesotho match in Peter Mokaba, we were sitting together.
Yeah, he's looking good now. He's got a bit of a belly now. He's a bit fat now. I've never seen that.
He will be fine. There's no one in life who doesn't make mistakes.
Where do you think it went wrong with him? To be honest.
No, we all have our issues.
Yeah.
And honestly speaking, as I said, a brother like that to me, I really don't want to talk anything or say much about a situation like that, because imagine if it was me like that.
Yeah.
I'm that honest, and when I'm your friend, I keep that.
Yeah. When I like you, when you're not two-faced. If you don't like somebody, you don't like somebody.
Yeah, that's all.
That's you.
So I will never talk about anybody like that.
5 years at Swallows. What are the highs that you can tell me about? What are the lows that you can tell me
about? When I was at Swallows, everything was going very well. Remember, there was time we took position 2. But I feel like that time we were robbed. You are playing in Maritzburg. Pirates is playing in Lamontif, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
They are playing there. They are checking the scores. And then Benni McCarthy scored a free kick to win the league.
Oh, but it's football.
It's football, I understand.
Yeah.
But honestly speaking, if you look at that situation, I'm saying it now because I have retired. But that pained me. And when it pained me, I felt like something was wrong there. But it's football. I'm not saying something.
So you still believe already? There's a lot of rumors that no, Pirates and Arrows. This Arrows it's a sister club of Pirates. So you think they gave it to them?
I'm not saying that, but in my space, if I'm sitting with you, I can talk it differently about that situation, because we are checking Pirates playing there. They're checking us playing there. And for sure, there was someone sitting there and saying, they're winning these ones. And you need to score.
Did you guys end up winning as well?
I think we won that day against Matric.
You needed them to
for you guys. It's for us to be number 1. We
got one league title, 2, eh? Well, yeah, you got 2. So that was going to be your 3rd one.
Yeah, so that was painful.
Boy.
It's
Penny again. That's why Penny wanted to break those things. Jonas.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about like the national team, and we've seen a lot of great players, not even like going past 10 caps of the national team. And you are one of those, right? I mean,
yeah, me, I only have one Bafana cap.
What does that make you feel, bro?
I feel God gave it to me like that, because 2010 I was in the final list of players.
Did you go to Brazil as well?
No, the 2010 World Cup.
Yeah.
I was at camp in Devon.
Oh, you came to them before they went to Brazil. Yeah.
I was in the final list. I think we were left with 30 players or 30 something, and they were taking 20 something.
Yeah,
I was there. I'm proud of that, because for me, I feel God did His best in my life, and He's still doing wonders.
Still remember your first game with my family. That game was Poland.
Yeah,
the only game. That game was Poland.
Poland. Yeah.
How was that? Were you sitting on the bench or you?
No, I played. I was with Sifiso Mien on the right side. I played.
How was that?
Like, it was a nice experience.
Yeah.
And obviously, just putting that jersey.
Crazy. Yeah.
Just put.
Where you come? Remember where you come from?
Yes. Just putting that jersey.
And
that's why my one cap is like 1 million caps. I'm proud of that. That cap maybe could have made me sign in China and make money, but it never happened because Leon Prince said, we have to win the league.
It is Leon Prince. Leon Prince.
Yeah.
He was friends with Yeah. They were good friends.
No, good friends.
Good friends.
So Solos took care of me. I'm not gonna lie.
Donas, thanks for coming and blessing us with your stories and in your time as well. I know you traveled as 700 Ks.
I've been
20 hours. 20 hours and just to come and talk
now with now.
They'll wait, Baba. Your big brother is with you now, so they will wait. Sorry guys, we have to wait for this guy, but I really appreciate it. I know you could, like you said, you could have been at in a meeting, you could have been at another show, but you chose Izinja zeGame at the end of the day. We really appreciate it and keep on being the person that you are. I enjoy playing with you. No, you're still my boy. We still talk. I'll still be seeing you. Keep on being the father that you are.
As long as we cover Mela, I'm happy.
I have to, Baba. I can't let myself go. Bro. I can't let myself go. But thanks for coming through.
Yeah, no, or at least you thought of me.
Yeah.
Mutosa pilana. I'm still taking a good care of myself. Yeah.
Guys, we're done. Before my manager, start, I think shouting at me as always. They always say I take a lot of time with my guests, but we're done today. Thank you for your support. You all know this show wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you guys. And you can win yourself some prizes if you go to ntnfc.co.za. There's a lot of questions there. Maybe that you might win yourself some jerseys or a lot of other goodies. And you can find us on Spotify. Also, you can find Izinja zeGame on YouTube and Apple Music as well. Keep on supporting us. We're going to keep on bringing you guys the big guns. We only bring you guys the big guns and the big stories. We out. See you next time.
Salute.